come into our house.
Now, what's your opinion, Gary, on the strength of the WAC as opposed to other conferences? I know in the national media, and I don't know how much you guys pay attention to the national media. You're probably more focused on the court and stuff like that. But do you think the WAC stands up to conferences like the Pac-10, the Big East, the Big 12, the ACC? I know you guys don't get hardly any games with them, but do you guys think you'd match up well against them?
Yeah, well, I have to say that I think that Utah State, we as a team could. And I think that the WAC has played teams around. I think Nevada played North Carolina at home this year.
They got killed by
Yeah,
them.
they did. And I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I think that we can compete with any team in the country. And that's for us. I don't know about other teams and how they feel, but I think that Utah State has the potential and the capability to compete with anybody in this country.
Well, I'm with you, Gary. I totally agree. I think the West doesn't get half as much love as they deserve, and certainly not as much media coverage as they deserve either. Now let's talk about Jared Quayle. Jared Quayle came onto the team this year as a junior college transfer. He didn't start the year running the point. It was Jackson Meyer that started everything out running the point because he's been with the system longer. He was a redshirt freshman. As he's been taking over the point, basically becoming the starting guard, how has that changed the dynamic of your team? And how is Jared, what is his role on the team for you guys? How does he influence you guys on the team?
Well, I think Jared Quayle is he's a dynamic player in terms of he can score the ball, he can run the point, he can rebound. He's averaging over 6 rebounds a game, and so he brings a lot to the floor when he's out there. I mean, you have to pay attention to where he's at. He spreads the court. And, I mean, we're 100% better with Jared Quayle on the floor. So, I love playing with him. He's a hustle player. He works hard. He's focused, and he gets things done.
Okay. Well, I don't exactly recall where I read this, but you were once quoted as saying you learn a lot of the post skills that you employ down low from Ty.
Right.
From Ty Wesley. How has he influenced your game, and what have you learned from him?
Oh, he's had a huge influence on my game. I barely started playing on the post when I went to junior college, and so I didn't really have any idea of what to do. I mean,
Where did you go to junior college?
Salt Lake Community College.
Okay.
And so I just kind of scored the ball the best way I knew how, and I did all right at it. Got here, and it was a little bit different. Ty's got he's got really good feet. He knows how to get position on people. And so that's just watching him, the way that he maneuvers his body down low, seals people. He's able to have some great post moves, right hand, left hand, jump hook, up and unders, and that type of thing. So just watching him go to work down there has really influenced my game in terms of moves that I can now do or things that I do that I couldn't do when I first got here.
All right. Now, you said you came from Salt Lake Community College up here. You're 26 years old, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you're a little bit more. I don't want to say. You are a little bit older.
I'm old.
You're a little bit older than the rest of the college players out here. Was coming to Utah State after Salt Lake Community College everything you could have hoped for?
Season, to be able to have the experience like the Spectrum brings, those things are what college basketball is all about. And to be ranked in the top 25 and have all of those things happen, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better situation.
All right. Now, what are your thoughts on the national ranking? This is obviously the first time you've been on a nationally ranked team. How is it something special for you? Is it something that you're gonna look back on the rest of your life and be like, wow, that was tight? And what's the next stop on the Gary Wilkinson train for you after this season?
Yeah, it's something that I'll look back on and be happy about. I think at this juncture, it's something that I think is great, but I want to keep winning and keep playing. As far as what's ahead, I definitely want to play basketball. I've taken the LSAT for law school, so I'll be going to law school after my professional career is done. So we'll see what happens and where I end up, but those are two things in the cards for me.
So Gary Wilkinson's going to be a lawyer, huh?
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know.
Where did you apply to? Or what law schools do you think about going to?
I want to go to the University of Utah. Basically,
all right.
I mean, just
not to play basketball for him.
No, absolutely not. Just to kick it around Utah, be around my family. Yeah, the basketball, my heart's here, obviously.
That's awesome. That's great. Now, let's go back a little bit in the season. Back to the game in Energy Solutions Arena. Let's talk about your one loss just a little bit. Tough loss, man. Yeah. I was there and I watched it. What separated that game from the rest of your games, and what have you guys done as a team to focus and to go on this 16-game winning streak since then?
I think one thing that hurt us, we turned the ball over, we buckled under pressure, a lot of pressure, made some bad passes. We went 5 for 22 from 3, and I think since then we've just become so much more well-rounded as a team. They started doubling Ty and I on the post, and shots weren't falling, and now shots are falling. We have our perimeter guys are so great, and I think that if teams want to double down on Ty and I, it's just I love passing out because I have all the confidence in the world. Tyler Newbold, Stevan, Pooh, Jared, Jackson, all those guys that they're going to knock down shots. And I think since then we've become so much more well-rounded and been able to get the ball and distribute the points more evenly and that type of thing. So
awesome. So this is another question that came in from a listener. How did you get into basketball? Because you started at Salt Lake Community College a little bit late. I know you served a Mormon mission. Did you start basketball after you came back from that, or what started your basketball career?
Yeah, basically, like I didn't play high school basketball. I dropped out of high school, decided to serve a mission. Actually joined the LDS church, decided to serve a mission, came home and didn't want to pay for school. So I decided to try to get school paid for by getting a scholarship.
Good motivation. Yeah. That's good motivation right there.
Figured I was tall enough, I had enough talent, so I'd go out and give it a shot. Got a scholarship to Salt Lake Community College, and basketball just became a larger part of my life after that, and so that's how I got into it.
Awesome. Well, Gary, we don't want to keep you. We appreciate the time that you've been able to give us here this morning.
Sure.
Hopefully we'll see you again sometime.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I really appreciate you having here.
Yeah,
thanks Gary,
a lot,
and have a nice day.
All right.